Hi guys, I have these two journals to share with you. They are twins. They're pretty similar. These two are my June design team entry for Tsunami Rose designs. Tsunami Rose recently launched the charming Fragments2, and this month we are working with that digital kit. Charming Fragments2 was such a joy to work with because it is a huge kit, tons of journaling options, journal pages, interactive elements, ephemera. It's just endless. I made these two books. You can see they're pretty stuffed full. I mean, if I take the closure off, you'll see they're pretty chunky. And even then, I have ephemera and journal pages left over for another chunky journal. When I was printing, I did repeat a few pages. I scaled down a few journal pages to make tags, etc., but pretty much it was one kit, and I got these two books out of it, and then I have more left over. I originally thought I'll film these two together, but then you guys know by now I tend to ramble, and I do not want to spend too long on a single video any longer than I already do. So I'm going to split this. This video is going to be this book, Believe, and then the next video will be Imagine, and I will cross-link these under in the YouTube description. The cover is cardstock. It's pattern paper. So there's cardstock here, pattern paper, and then there's a layer of recycled cardboard. Then I adhered the muslin, gone over it with a sparkle Mod Podge. It's my favorite Mod Podge when it comes to junk journal making, because it just adds that dash of glitter. For the closure, first thing, I just have a simple sari silk ribbon closure. I've sewn the two ends together, and then there's a charm on it, and then this just wraps around the book, and when you unwrap it, it's attached here with the eyelet, and then there's a bulb pin with a few remnants of fabric and trims that I have used elsewhere in the book. It's one of Denise's white glassine bags, and I just folded it here, so there's a tuck here. Hang on, I should just grab something. Let's say this one. Okay, so this has a tuck spot here, and then the bag is decoupaged. I went over it first with Tim Holtz tissue wrap, and then the roses are from a napkin. This pocket has ruffled muslin on it, and then this tag sits in this bag. The tag is actually a scaled down version, roughly 3x5. And we move in front inside cover. First page, the signature beginning rather. I've kept it pretty simple because the papers are absolutely stunning. Daisy's gone all out with this kit. I was watching Yvonne, and she said you could just take any of the collage sheets and then you go over the lines with sewing and they will look like a Franken page. And I followed that tip in these two journals. And then the signature cover, I reinforced the spine with more muslin. It's sewn in. I didn't want this paper to tear. This is just some cream sari silk ribbon that I ruffled. And then going in, this is the front inside cover of the signature, and I have a pocket here, so another full journal page from the kit and just a bit of a fabric collage there. But I kind of felt a little anxious that the book was high on decoratives and maybe was getting kind of low on journaling space. So most of the pockets I have included sheets of paper, book pages, etc. So here's the first one. That's a huge pocket. This book, by default, all images are Tsunami Rose, most of them from the kit, and then a few like this one here. This is from one of her ephemera packs. And this is one of the hidden paper clips. These books have quite a few. This is one of those. I will link the tutorial in the description. So that's a journal tag. Franken paper as shown by Nick the Booksmith and Gail. I have used full-sized ephemera cut aparts from the journal kit. That's just a tiny tag and journal pages. This large tag, Paula Lemon, her books usually have these tag-shaped pages, and I was fascinated by those. I just added an organza pocket, and then the postcard is also from Daisy. So all printables, all images that you see here are from Daisy's shop. Then I have the postcards, then I have telegram, floral telegram, and I have large ephemera. This is a regular doily. It's Denise's store again, a tattered dream, and then there's a banner underneath, and then something tucks in there. Alright, moving on. Napkin decoupage on the doily, and then just folded and sewn onto the page, glued and sewn onto the page. One of Paula's large tags, this tiny envelope which is empty as of now. I might add a tiny booklet or something here. So that's an envelope on this side. This is an altered paper clip, just a bit of muslin there. And then on this side is this little beauty. I love it. Okay, see. This is one of Denise's tiny glassine bags. It's translucent. Yay. And then this bit of ephemera is from the kit. I just cut it apart from one of the larger sheets, and then that sits in there, and this, so that's that. All my stuff is tea-dyed. And then here I have a diagonal pocket and an altered paper clip, and then a journal tag here. They are blank on the back for writing. And then this also is one of her journal pages, which I just sliced diagonally to make 2 pockets. Okay, what this guy held together was this altered glassine bag. I love it. So this also has a bit of a tuck here. Alright, but then I didn't have the heart to keep a tag here and cover up the beautiful flowers that Daisy has made. And then there's a guest check. I left it just like that. It is tea-dyed, and then it has a stub which I adhered here because I didn't want all that height. And then this glassine bag is also folded to make a pocket on this side. That is from the kit. This and this are not from the kit. These are from Pinterest. And this is also one of Daisy's tags, vintage shipping tags. There we go. Oh, crinkly. Ooh, love it. Look at me fumbling. Okay, another of those tags. You can see Paula had a huge influence on me. I bought some quilting fabric back in March. Got myself a few charm packs and stuff just to add bits and pieces to my journals. And maybe occasionally use them in bags when I get to sewing on fabric and not on paper. But yeah, the rosette trim and then a bit of fabric, and then that's the long tag. And moving on, more journaling pages. These are all alcohol ink dyed. This pocket is also, I split one journal page into 2 pockets. And this is another Franken paper tag backed on tea-dyed paper. And this is one of the ephemera. The rest is these are my scraps. This is one of Denise's paper bags, vintage advertisements. And then I made a tiny booklet go in here. So this just has a glassine pocket here with just bits of ephemera. This is again one of the very few things that are not from the kit. This is from the kit. And then just some graph paper, some squared paper made into a booklet. Another hidden paper clip, and this one I'm very happy about because this works. Like, it's a fully functional pocket, and then it's a paper clip. And then one of the read-only flip-ups. I made a simple flip-up and left ample journaling space, and it's like nice and thick. And this pocket has 3 tags. Another of Daisy's postcards. And then this is another of the scaled down journal pages, backed onto textured cardstock, and just added a bit of cheesecloth on top, and that's it. The craft glassine bags. Ooh, I love this. I glued a huge doily on and then decoupaged flowers, and then went over it with my trusty sparkle Mod Podge, and you can see the sparkle there, and then now you can see the flowers there. Alright, and then that's some sari silk ribbon ruffled on there, and this pocket I've left empty. This is a pocket. This is the center of the signature, an envelope. I made this envelope and I've left it empty for the person to be able to store stuff. And then there's a pocket here as well. So this is a huge pocket. It's like a full page there, look. And then the envelope, and then more journaling spots. This actually is a half of one of the inserts for her envelopes. This is the envelope in question, and I made a booklet out of it. I'm on the lookout for the person that taught us this. I saw it first on Yvonne's channel. So this is the envelope. I didn't clip these edges off. I just folded them and then stuck them down just to keep the strength, and I obviously didn't need those flaps. And then there's just a bit of sari silk trim sewn on here, and then an eyelet closure. This one's not pamphlet stitched. I just stapled this. Okay, you'll see I ripped the page intentionally, then cut it. What's happening here? I don't know why I punched it. And then that's the other side of the glassine bag with the same decoupage and stuff, and another piece of ephemera from Daisy's ephemera kit, and it's a vintage telegram and with a floral theme. Her florals are stunning. Alright, so that goes in there, and then there's space for writing, always space for writing in my books, and a large tag, and then another Franken page. This is all scraps, there's no ephemera in it, and I just added a bit of interest here with some sari silk ribbon. Alright, that's that. And this half of the bag, I've left it empty. Another hidden paper clip with a bit of organza ruffle down there. This is the other side of that page that you saw. That made no sense. I have to pull it up for you. Alright, there. Alright, another of those tags. And then this envelope is the envelope for that Crane & Company card I showed you, and I just altered it a little, and this is where my note to the recipient is going to be. And then that's another of the diagonal tags from one of the pages I sliced. We have a tag, and we have this pocket sitting on the tag. I think I should have a tiny tag sitting in there, and then just some notebook paper and a blank scrapbook paper tag that I made. And then the last page, this is dyed, and then that's a large pocket. And then that's the end of the book. Sari silk ruffle here, and another for Franken page, and I've sewn around the entire thing there. And then that closes. I love this paper. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Bye bye.